Hello children, welcome to AIMS India's online classes. So in the previous class we have learnt about addition of fractions. Yes, so today we shall learn about subtraction of fractions children. Now if you are good with your addition of fractions, it is the same rules that are applied to subtraction of fractions as well. The only difference is there we have added the fractions and here we'll subtract the fractions. Okay. First, let us look at subtraction of like fractions. Subtract 4 by 6 from 8 by 6. So, how will we write it? 8 by 6 minus 4 by 6. What did we do in addition of like fractions, children? We added the numerators and divided by, we wrote the common denominator. Yes, in the same way here, we have to subtract the numerators. 8 minus 4 divided by, write the common denominator, that is 6. Understood? The same way as we add the like fractions. 8 minus 4 divided by 6 is equal to 4 by 6. See, to subtract two like fractions, subtract the smaller numerator from the bigger numerator. Yes, we always do this only. Even when we are subtracting two numbers, we always subtract the smaller one from the bigger one. And then we retain the common denominator here as we do in addition of like fractions. Write the resultant fraction in its simplest form. Yes, understood? Here the simplest form would be, we can still divide these by 2. 4 divided by 2 is equal to 2. 6 divided by 2 is equal to 3. What is the answer here, children? 2 by 3 is the simplest form of the difference of these fractions. Now coming to 15 by 8 minus 9 by 8 minus 3 by 8. Again, all these three are like fractions. So we'll just simply subtract the numerators. 15 minus 9 minus 3. 15 minus 9 minus 3 divided by, we'll retain just a single common denominator, that is 8. 15 minus 9, 6. 6 minus 3 is equal to 3. What is the answer, children, of subtraction of like fractions? 3 by 8 is our answer. Okay. Next, coming to subtraction of unlike fractions. Subtract 5 by 9 from 10. Okay children, now 10 means, always remember when you are given a number 10, it is nothing but 10 divided by 1. 10 is a whole number which has no denominator, right? So when such a whole number is given, we assume that its denominator is 1. See, if I divide 10 by 1, I have 10 ones are 10, and when I subtract, 0 is my remainder. Yes, we'll get 10 as the quotient. So that is why whenever only a single number is given and we want to consider it as a fraction, we'll take 1 as the denominator. Okay. Now what do we have here? 5 by 9. Subtract 5 by 9 from 10. That means 10 by 1 minus 5 by 9. Now here the denominators are different. What will we do, children? What should we do? What did we do in addition? Yes, we took the LCM of 1 and 9. Yes, when we take the LCM of 1 and 9, what are the multiples of 1, children? These are the multiples of 1. And coming to the multiples of 9, these are the multiples of 9. We can stop after the first multiple itself. Why? Because we got our least common multiple, that is 9. LCM of 1 and 9 is 9 here. 10 minus 1, 10 by 1 and 5 minus 9. What is the LCM that we got? We got 9 as our LCM. So now we need to convert these unlike fractions into like fractions which have 9 as their denominator. Now what should we multiply 1 with? 1 nines are 9. Yes. So again we need to multiply the numerator with 9 as well. 10 nines are 90. 9 ones are 9. Then we have 5 by 9. Yes, it is already having 9 in the denominator. So if you want, we can simply multiply it with 1. Yes, 5 ones are 5 and 9 ones are 9, or leave it as it is. Now what are our fractions? 90 by 9 minus 5 by 9. Yes children, how will we subtract? Subtract the numerators divided by the common denominator. 90 minus 5 is equal to 85 divided by 9. Clear children? It is just the same method that we follow. See, 85 by 9. It is the same method that we follow for both addition and subtraction of unlike fractions, like fractions, mixed fractions. Be it anything, we'll follow the same method. Now coming to another example, subtract 3 by 7 from 5 by 3. Yes children, 3 by 7 from 5 by 3. What should we do here? Again, take out the LCM of 3 and 7. The multiples of 3 are 3, 6, 9. Then we have 12, 15, 18 and 21. The multiples of 7 are 7, 14, 21, 28. We can stop here because we got our least common or the first common multiple, that is 21. So what is our LCM here? 5 by 3, 3 by 7 is equal to, what should be the denominator now? LCM is equal to 21. So the denominator should be 21. Yes children? Yes. Now what should I multiply 3 with to get 21? 3 sevens are 21. So again multiply the same in the numerator. 5 sevens are 35. 3 sevens are 21. Now coming to 3 by 7. Now 7 into 3 is equal to 21. So 3 into 3. 3 threes are 9 and 7 threes are 21. Now the next step is subtracting. 35 by 21 minus 9 by 21. Subtract the numerators, that is 35 minus 9. It is nothing but 26, right? 26 divided by 21 is our resultant. What is here is the difference of the given fractions. What is it children? 26 by 21. Yes, understood? The subtraction of both like fractions and unlike fractions. Now next, coming to subtraction of mixed fractions. Again, what are mixed fractions? Mixed fractions have both whole number and fraction in them. Yes, mixed fractions can be subtracted by the following method. Convert the mixed fractions into improper fractions and then subtract them. Yes, what did we learn? That we need to convert the mixed fraction into improper fraction and then we need to subtract it. We have example 1. Subtract 4 2 by 3 from 15. 4 2 by 3. How to convert it into improper fraction? 3 4s are 12 plus 2 divided by the denominator 3. That is nothing but 14 by 3. So, our 4 2 by 3 is nothing but 14 by 3. We should subtract it from 15. 15 minus 14 by 3. Again, as I said here children, was it 14? Yes, 15 minus 14 by 3. Now here 15 is a whole number. How to write it as a fraction? Just keep 1 as the denominator. Now these two are unlike fractions. The denominators are different, so we need to take out the LCM. The multiples of 1 are 1 ones are 1, 1 twos are 2, 1 threes are 3. Yes, and the multiples of 3 are 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6, 3 threes are 9 and so on. We can stop as we have got our least common multiple, that is 3. So 3 is the LCM. Now how will we get 3 here? We are having 1. 1 into 3 is equal to 3. So in the same way 15 into 3 is equal to 45. We need to multiply the numerator also. with the same number, children. 14 by 3. It is already having 3 as the denominator. So we can leave it simply as it is, or write 14 into 1 by 3 into 1. Now these are our fractions. 45 by 3 minus 14 by 3. How to subtract? Subtract the numerators and retain the common denominator 3. 45 minus 14. We have 1 and 3, that is 31 divided by 3. This is our difference of the given fractions, that is subtract 3 4 by 2 from 15. 31 by 3 is our answer. Sorry, subtract 4 2. Now again, as the question was given in mixed fraction, let us convert this 31 by 3 into a mixed number. We have 3 tens are 30. When we subtract, 1 will be our remainder. How to write it, children? As I have said in the previous class as well, 3 is the denominator. So keep 3 as the denominator here also. And then the quotient becomes the whole number. The remainder becomes the numerator. So 31 by 3 is equal to 10 1 by 3. Now lastly, what should you write? We should write this. 15 minus 4 by 2 by 3 is equal to 10 1 by 3. This is our final answer. Yes, so is equal to 31 by 3, that is nothing but our 10 1 by 3. Now coming to the next example, subtract 4 3 by 8 from 12 2 by 5, children. Now here again these two mixed fractions are solved as the previous example itself. Yes, first converting them into improper fractions and then subtracting. But if you remember from the addition of mixed fractions, children, there what did we do in one method? In one method we added the whole number separately and the fractions separately, and then finally we combined their answer. Yes, so in the same way here let us do this problem in that method. 12 2 by 5 minus 4 3 by 8. Take the whole numbers, first subtract the whole numbers and then add them to our difference of fractions. Yes, 12 minus 4, do this separately, and 2 by 5 minus 3 by 8, let us do this separately. 12 minus 4 is how much? 12 minus 4 is 8 plus 2 by 5 minus 3 by 8. 2 by 5 minus 3 by 8. Again here 5 and 8 are two different denominators, so we need to take the LCM. If we take the LCM of 5 and 8, children, we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 35 and 40 as the multiples of 5. And for 8 we have 8, 16, 24, 32 and 40. We can stop here as we got our least common multiple, that is 40. So yes, what will 2 by 5 become? What should we multiply 2 by 5 with? We want 40 in the denominator. So we will multiply with 8. 5 8s are 40. And then here we have 3 by 8. We are having 8. So we need to multiply with 5. Yes, children, 8 5s are 40. Even here we will get 5 8s are 40. Now again 8 plus, what is this? 2 into 8, 16 divided by 5 8s are 40 minus 3 into 5, 15 plus 8 5s are 40. 16 by 40 minus 15 by 40. Let me write it here again. 8 plus 16 by 40 minus 15 by 40. How will we subtract these two like fractions, children? 16 minus 15 by 40, that is equal to 16 minus 15, 1 by 40. That is nothing but 8 1 by 40. See, even here we got the same answer, that is 8 1 by 40. Yes, so we can follow either of these methods. We can subtract the whole numbers and the fractions separately and then combine them together, or else we can convert the mixed fractions into improper fractions, find out the LCM and then subtract them, children. Now why is this plus here? We are doing, you might get a doubt, we are subtracting the fractions, but why is the plus written here? See, actually here we are subtracting itself. So we have written the subtraction signs inside the brackets. We are subtracting the whole numbers and then subtracting the fractions. But what does this mixed number mean? 4 3 by 8 is nothing but 4 plus 3 by 8. So ultimately we have to add the whole number part and the fractional part. So that is why we are adding the difference of whole number with the difference of the fractions. Okay children, how will we get our mixed fractions? By adding the whole number and adding the fraction. Here as we are subtracting them, so we are adding the difference of whole numbers and the difference of fractions. If you are not convenient with this method which I showed you, you can always go for this one, that is converting them into improper fractions and then finding the difference, children. So these are the two methods of subtracting mixed fractions. You can choose whichever method that is convenient for you. Now coming to our exercise problems, subtract the following like fractions. So you are having so many problems here. I will solve just the last two. I hope you can solve the remaining problems, right? Yes. So 36 by 19 minus 15 by 19. 36 minus 15. We need to subtract the numerators. So 21 divided by the denominator 19. And again here 47 by question G. 47 by 30 minus 28 by 30. So we need to subtract. 7 minus 8 is not possible. So we are borrowing 9 and 1. It is nothing but 19 by 30. Yes, G and H I have solved for you. Please try solving the remaining problems. Okay children, the more you practice, the more you will become perfect in this. Now coming to again subtract the following unlike fractions. Again I will solve the two G and H for you. You may solve the remaining problems. Now 16 minus 7 by 4. As I said, 16 is nothing but 16 by 1. The LCM of 1 and 4 will become 4. So it will be 16 into 4 by 1 into 4 minus 7 into 1 by 4 into 1. 16 fours are 64 divided by 4 minus 7 ones are 7 by 4. 64 minus 7 is how much, children? We have 57. 64 minus 7 is 57. So the answer will be 57 divided by 4. Now coming to question G. 20 by 13. What was it? 20 by 13 minus 3 by 5. Now children, if you remember the comparison of unlike fractions, there were two methods of comparing. What was the first method? By finding the LCM, or else the second method was by cross multiplication. Yes, so even here what you can do is, for subtracting these two, cross multiply. 20 into 15 20 into 5 minus 3 into 13. Okay, 20 into 5 minus 3 into 13. Now what about the denominators? What should we multiply them with? Again, as we have discussed, we must multiply both the numerator and denominator with the same number. So 13 into 5, 5 into 13. Now when we do that, we have 25s are 100 minus 13 3s are 39 divided by 13 5s are 45. Now when we subtract 100 minus 39, 10, 9 and 0, 9, 6. So 61 divided by 45 will be our answer, children. Understood? This is another method of subtracting unlike fractions. What did we do here? We cross multiplied 20 into 5, or simply the first fraction is multiplied by the denominator of second fraction, and the second fraction is multiplied by the denominator of the first fraction. Let me take another example and explain. Say question B, 12 by 5 minus 7 by 10. What did I say? The first fraction is to be multiplied by the denominator of second fraction, that is 10 minus, now 7 by 10 will be multiplied by the denominator of first fraction, that is 5. Okay. Now 12 into 10, 110 divided by 50 minus 7 into 5, 35 divided by 10 into 5, 50. Now 120 minus 35 divided by the common denominator 50. So how much will we get, children? 120 minus 35, 10, 11, 0. 5, 8. So 85 divided by 50 will be our answer. If we want, we can further simplify it. 85 divided by 5 would be 17 divided by 50 divided by 10. 50 divided by 5 will be equal to 10. Understood, children? So these are the two ways by which you can subtract the unlike fractions. You can apply the same for adding the unlike fractions as well. Okay. So if you do this, it will be addition of unlike fractions. Instead of finding out the LCM, you can use this cross multiplication method. Okay, children? Now next, subtract the following mixed fractions. Again as I said, you can follow two methods. One is converting them into improper fractions, and the other one is subtracting the whole numbers and the fraction part separately. Yes, children? Yes. I'll take only question B and explain. You can try A, C and D at home. 15 minus 7, 2 by 3. Now here I'll take the whole number parts together plus, what is the fraction for 15, children? It is nothing but 1 by 1. Yes, 15 divided by 1, right? Okay, let us not do this. You will get confused. 15 minus 7, 2 by 3. 7 2 by 3 converted into improper fraction is 7 3s are 21 plus 2. Why did I keep an equal to here? Yes. 7 3s are 21 plus 2 becomes 23 divided by 3. Now when we convert them into like fractions, what did I say? Multiply the first fraction by the denominator of second, and then multiply the second fraction by the denominator of first. 15 into 3, 45 divided by 3 minus 23 ones are 23 divided by 3. So 45 minus 23 by 3, that is nothing but 22 by 3, children. Understood? 22 by 3 is our final answer. If you convert it into mixed number, mixed fraction, it would be 7 1 by 3. Okay. This was all about the subtraction of fractions, subtraction of like fractions, unlike fractions and mixed fractions. Now we are done with addition and subtraction. What is the next mathematical operation, children? It is our multiplication. Yes. So let us learn about multiplication of a fraction by a whole number. What are we learning about? Multiplication of a fraction by a whole number. See what is given here. The two squares are divided into two equal parts each. Each shaded portion represents 1 by 2 of 1. So both the shaded portions together will represent 1 by 2 of 2. Combine the two shaded 1 by 2 parts. It represents 1. Therefore 1 by 2 of 2 is 1. What are they saying here? See, two squares. We are having two squares which are divided into two equal parts, and each shaded portion represents only 1 by 2. Okay, both these squares are equal in size, children. They are nothing but the same squares which are divided equally into two parts, and only 1 by 2 is shaded. See, 1 by 2 and 1 by 2. This represents 1 by 2 of 1. And if we combine both of these shaded parts together, we are having two shaded parts. Yes, two 1 by 2 shaded parts. Now if we combine these two together, if we remove these unshaded parts and combine these together, we will get one square. Yes, children, if we combine two halves together, we will get one complete square. So 1 by 2 of 2. 1 by 2 of 2. We are having two 1 by 2's will be equal to 1. Understood the concept? Two 1 by 2's will be equal to 1. So this can also be written as 1 by 2 of 2, that is nothing but 1 by 2 into 2 is equal to 1. Here of represents multiplication, children. What does of represent? Of represents multiplication. Okay. Now 1 by 2 of 2, that means 1 by 2 into 2. 1 by 2 into 2. Now here we are multiplying what? We are multiplying a fraction and a whole number together. How will we multiply? We'll just multiply the numerator with the whole number and then write the denominator. Okay, see, 1 into 2. 1 into 2 whole divided by the denominator will be written. 1 into 2, 2 divided by 2. 2 divided by 2 is nothing but 1, yes? 2 ones are 2. When we subtract, 0 is remainder. Understood, children? 1 by 2 of 2 is nothing but 2 by 2, that is equal to 1. Now if we take another example, find 1 by 5 into 4. What does this mean? There are 4 1 by 5's. What does this mean, children? There are 4 1 by 5's. Yes, in many word problems we have done. Suppose rupees 50 into 4. What does that mean? We have taken 4 objects whose cost is 50 rupees each. In the same way, 1 by 5 into 4 means we are having 4 1 by 5's. So 1 by 5 into 4 is nothing but 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 by 5 plus 1 by 5 plus 1 by 5. Multiplication is nothing but repeated addition. Yes, now when we add all these 1 by 5's together, children, all are having the common denominator. So we'll write 5 as it is and we'll add all the numerators together. 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. All this is equal to our 4. Yes, so 4 by 5 is our fraction. 4 by 5 is our resultant fraction. Yes, children, 1 by 5 into 4 is nothing but 1 by 5 plus 1 by 5 plus 1 by 5 plus 1 by 5. When we add, it will be 4 by 5. But if we directly multiply, instead of expanding it like this, If we directly multiply 1 by 5 into 4, what did I say? How to multiply? Multiply the numerator and whole number. 1 into 4. Multiply the numerator and the whole number. Write the denominator as it is. 1 by 4 into 4, 4, divided by our denominator 5. Understood, children? Multiplication of a fraction by a whole number. Multiply the numerator and whole number together, divided by the common fraction. Now multiplications are very much easy because we will not check whether they are like fractions or unlike fractions. There is no need of taking LCM as well. We can directly multiply. Now if you look at some example exercise problems here, 5 by 6 into 12, it will be nothing but 5 into 12 divided by 6, that is equal to 60 divided by 6. If we divide 60 by 6, we have 6 tens are 60 and the remainder is 0. So 60 divided by 10 is equal to, 60 divided by 6 is equal to 10, children. You know this division part. What did we learn just now? Then when we are multiplying a fraction and a whole number together, what will we do? We'll multiply the numerator and the whole number divided by the fraction. 5 12s are 60 divided by 6, that is the denominator. Yes? What is the final answer here? 10. Now let us take a mixed number and see. What should we do first? First step is always to convert this mixed number into an improper fraction. 2 3s are 6. 6 plus 2, 8. So it would be 8 by 3 into 24. Again, how will we multiply, children? 8 into 24 divided by 3. Multiply the numerator and whole number divided by the denominator. 8 into 24 is 4 8s are 32, 3 carried, 8 2s are 16 plus 3, 19. 192 divided by 3. Now when we divide, we have 3 6 are 18. When we subtract, 12 is remaining. We have 3 4s are 12, and when we subtract, 0 is our remainder. So what is the answer, children? 64 is our resultant answer. Yes? Understood? Here the remainder is 0. That is why the answer is a whole number but not a fraction. It is dividing exactly. So the answer is a whole number, that is 64. If you want to write it in the form of a fraction, what will be the denominator? 3 will be the denominator as it is. What will be the numerator? The numerator will be nothing but our remainder. 64 1 by 3. So 64 0 by 3. 0 by 3 is nothing but 0 only, children. So this will be 64 plus 0. That will be nothing but 64. So when you are getting 0 as your remainder in division, what will you do? You will just write the quotient as the answer. Yes, understood? What was this? Multiplication of a fraction by a whole number. Clear, children? Multiplication is the easiest. We need not even find LCM. We did not check whether they are like fractions or unlike fractions. We can simply go for multiplying. And with this, we've come to the end of today's class. We will learn about multiplication of fractions and also division of fractions in the coming class. I hope today's class was clear. Please visit our website www.aimstoday.in for other information regarding online classes, quizzes, live worksheets, DIY activities, English classes and